Have you ever contemplated the price of a human life? It's a haunting question, isn't it? But for some, it's a daily business transaction. Welcome to the world of organ trafficking, a grim underground industry that thrives on desperation and human suffering. Imagine being so desperate for survival that you'd consider selling a part of yourself. Consider the depths of despair that would drive someone to willingly part with an organ. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Or picture the greed that must consume a person to exploit such desperation for financial gain. It's a horrifying reality, but for many, it's just another day at the office. This is the macabre world of organ trafficking, where the value of a life is measured in dollars and cents, and where desperation meets exploitation in the darkest corners of the world. It's a macabre reality, but it's a reality nonetheless. The figures are staggering and they paint a chilling picture. As we delve into the dark world of organ trafficking, we're confronted with some harsh statistics. Every year, around 10,000 organs are traded illegally worldwide, making up around 1/5 of all transplants conducted. This illicit trade is driven by a desperate demand-supply gap. Imagine this: over 90,000 people are on the waiting list for a kidney transplant in the United States alone. Yet, only about 20,000 transplants are performed each year. That leaves a staggering 70,000 people still waiting, their lives hanging in the balance. This desperate need fuels a gruesome industry. It's not just kidneys. Hearts, livers, lungs, all have a price tag in the black market. And the cost? An illegally obtained kidney can fetch up to a whopping $200,000, depending on the country. The countries where organ trafficking is most prevalent? They're scattered across the globe. From the slums of India and Pakistan to the high-tech hospitals of China and the Philippines, organ trafficking is a macabre industry that knows no borders. These figures aren't just numbers, they represent real lives. Lives of those waiting for a life-saving transplant, lives of those driven to sell their organs out of desperation, and lives of those who profit from this macabre trade. Behind every statistic, there's a story. Each tale of organ trafficking is both a chilling narrative of exploitation and a heartbreaking account of human suffering. Imagine the victims, often vulnerable individuals from impoverished backgrounds, ensnared by promises of financial relief. They are subjected to invasive procedures, their bodies violated, their health compromised. The physical toll is immense, but the psychological damage is often even more profound. They live with the constant reminder of their violation, their bodies bearing the scars of their trauma. Now picture the perpetrators, cold-hearted profiteers exploiting human desperation for personal gain. They operate in the shadows, their actions shrouded in secrecy. Their trade is in human suffering, their currency human organs. Yet, despite the gross violation of human rights and dignity, they continue, driven by the insatiable demand for organs in the black market. It's a horrifying cycle of exploitation and commodification. But it doesn't have to be this way. We can all play a part in dismantling this macabre industry. You can educate yourself more about organ trafficking, share what you learn, and raise awareness in your community. Support the tireless NGOs fighting against this trade, and advocate for stronger laws and enforcement. Remember, every effort counts, no matter how small, because in this battle, silence is compliance. Your voice can make a difference. Stand against organ trafficking.